Okay, connected, good. Okay, that'd be pretty sweet. 43, right on, right on. Good morning, Daniel Carter. Just waiting for the YouTube population. There we go. Guess that didn't work. That's okay. We'll pull it from another one. There we go. And YouTube pull. Good morning. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Got another shipment to prep. We will do our little morning chat over some morning beverage. Today's flavor of choice is green tea. Because I'm being healthy now. It's incredibly boring. Save that one, and tags, and save, done, there we go. Good morning everybody, thanks for joining us, thank you for that like. Stiffler Manufacturing here, where we turn bars of steel into aftermarket Glock slides. We currently have ones for the 17 and the 19, and we are working on ones for the 26 and the 43. We have 4 19 models in production, 3 17 models with a 4th on the way in production, and 1 each for the 26 and the 43 on the way. And we have 2 19 models that are currently out of production that we may or may not bring back in the future, such as the SM19 Flash and the SM19 Leonidas. Which actually we still have a few in stock. They're just not listed on the website. So if you really want a Leonidas, you just reach out to us. Though I do caution you, they are a bit more expensive than the Viper. So they're a little harder to make. They're a little more time consuming. We might, in the future, do limited run releases of the Flash and the Leonidas, but for now, they're just out of production for the moment. There we go. Thank you. Don't call me Rado. They are very pretty. And you can hardly see this one at all. Oh, on this early morning, sun's starting to rise. Not quite there yet. How are we all doing this morning? Where 2A is the way. Hopefully 2A is the way in your state. It is not the way in California, sadly, if you've been paying attention to a couple of our lives over the last few days. California is trying to ban all Glock platforms by 2026, as well as make barrels, detachable barrels rather. So, there I go dropping things. Barrels like this would become FFL items, so you would need to do a background check for this little barrel in the state of California if that law passes. And that barrel would have to be assigned to a specific platform. Now, while I can't speak for everybody, I believe here at Stiffler Manufacturing, we would call that commie bullshit. You may have a differing opinion, but hey, you're here at a channel that manufactures aftermarket gun slides, so you might be on board with us on that one. There we are. Just prepping a few things for shipping here. We are sending something off to Washington. That's right, we ship to all 50 states and the territories, with exception to American Samoa, who, sadly, 2A is not the way in American Samoa. The only thing lawful in American Samoa, and you need licenses for it all, is 22 long rifle for a rifle, 410, 20, 16, and 12 gauge for shotgun. And when you're getting your license, you can't list self-defense as a legitimate reason to get your license. It's incredibly sad. And pistols have been outright banned, grandfathered to 1991. It's a great shame. There we are. We operate out of Arizona, and we've been in business since January of 2023. Sadly, we are not able to make our way over to GOA Goals, but we will be attending SHOT Show 2026 in Nevada. And that's coming up. That's only 5 months away. That is coming up quick. Man, get some sleep, brother. Drink water, get sleep. You can't react to contact, engage the enemy, blow up their stuff if you're dehydrated and sleepy. Also, it's bad for road performance. Throw away the straps. This will be our 6th package I've got to take off to the post office. Someone bought this a few hours ago while I was sleeping. All of our slides are made from 17-4 stainless steel. They are all milled in-house by us, and they are also Cerakoted in-house by us. Try to cut out as many middlemen as we can. I mean, we can't make our own end mills, but try to keep things simple. We're actually on our 4th paint booth now. We've torn it down and improved it each time. It gets better and better. There we are. Now where is the bubble wrap? Aha. And you go in your box. There you go. How are we all doing this morning? I'm up before the sun has risen. The sky's starting to get a little light. We're looking at the 110s each day this week. Okay, little buddy. In the box you go. There we are. We actually just got to do some range testing yesterday on our slides. We took 3 SM19 turbos, one just like this one here, and 2 others just like it, except they were raw, fresh off the line, like this. And we were doing some slide and frame testing. Dumped nothing extensive, 250 rounds. It was a pretty good fun range day. Did some Scorpio ammo, some Winchester, some Blazer. Multiple different frames, Glock OEM, Polymer 80, Palmetto State Armory's Dagger, both compact and the full-size S. and SCT Manufacturing. And now I need a polymer bag. There we are. Oops, that's backwards. All right, one mailing label. Get you all secure. All the slides get wrapped in bubble wrap, get put in a plastic box, and then get secured in a polymer bag to protect it from any shock, any moisture, and they'll ship everywhere in the United States. Some people say that's a little much, but you get your slide nice and safe, and you get a little plastic box that you can keep your slide in when you're not using it. Okay, now final check on the mailing label and the packing slip. Yep, same guy, same place. Good to go. And we'll add a little Fragile sticker to the back, and if you get that joke, congratulations. We've all been watching the same movie every year, or you're old. Woohoo! And there we go. So where am I sending stuff off to today? That one's for Washington. This one's for Arizona, all right. Florida, Texas, and Texas. Not a bad little morning shipment. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing, where we turn bars of 17-4 stainless steel into gun slides like you see here. We currently make models for the Generation 3 Glock 19 and Glock 17. Wide variety of Cerakote options. Which we all do in-house, of course. We've got our own paint booth. We've got our own Cerakote team. And all of our slides come Trijicon RMR flat optic cut ready with an aluminum cover plate. Not plastic like other companies are doing. Cerakote, we are using H series, F series, and FX series. So those are all heat cured Cerakotes. And my morning tea is ready. All right. And for those of you that might want to check out our products, links in the description, but we can also pin that here. You also do a slide swap program on occasion, case-by-case basis, where maybe you have a slide from another company that you just don't like, or maybe you have a Glock OEM that you just don't use anymore. On a case-by-case basis, we'll let you swap it for one of ours. Free of charge. The only thing you have to pay for is the initial shipping. Send it to us, and then we send a slide to you. Case by case, can't do it for everybody, and I can say we probably won't accept rock slides anymore. I think everybody should kind of know that those old ones are not good. But why? But why not Yukon? But why not? Also, why to what? Let's see, make sure there's no additional orders I have to do this morning. It always happens, I go off to the post office and then someone orders something after I've already dropped everything off. Because Murphy. There we go. Oh, and we do have a Labor Day sale coming up next month, September 1st to the 7th. So if you're planning on getting a slide, we'll have a few models on sale. And we will be doing something for Glocktober. Not quite sure yet, but we'll be doing something. And we are doing that first test run of 43s. We'll see if we like it as it comes out of the machine. And if we do, we'll have to go and do some range testing. And if we still like it, if it passes our test, then it goes into production. If not, it has to go back and be looked at and see what we can change, what we can improve. Yeah, we don't just do strip slides, we have completes like this here. We use an ELD performance barrel, an SCT manufacturing parts kit, and Glock OEM sights. The optic is not included. Doesn't look like we have any pending orders. Okay. Everything else got shipped out yesterday. And the other orders are currently in production, so they need to be milled out and Cerakoted. Okay. Excellent. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just doing our morning chat over tea. Got our packages prepped for shipping. And then I'll head off and go do some side work and go to the post office. And then I'll head off to the machine shop and we'll make more slides. Day in, day out, we mill. We mill, we mill, we mill. 17.4 stainless steel. Then I've got our Wolf X Pro here in the background. I have range tested it. I have drop tested it. Works just fine. The Wolf EDG, I have not unboxed it yet. Plan to. Need to take it to the range, test it out on the slides as well. The Ghost Dad Tactical Ecto Lube, which smells like green apples, I have tried now, and it works. And yes, you can smell it while you're shooting. I don't know why, though. I don't know why I have to say this. It is not edible. And you should not keep it near your kids or your animals. It's gun lube, not candy. But some people still want to try it. I wonder if those are the same people that ate Tide Pods. That would be amusing. I'm gonna have to pick up some more bubble wrap. Well, we'll just order it. I don't feel like going to the store. Desert Tactical, what's going on? There's other ones. This one's the Ecto Lube that smells like green apples. I know they have like a hot sauce one and some other ones. Thank you for joining us this morning. Yeah, let's pull his up. Let's see. What does he have? Yeah, Ghost Sauce, The Dawn, Gorilla Grip, Whiskey Gun Oil, Ecto Lube, War Angel, Ghost Slide. Decent prices. I mean, they range from 15 to 22. I suppose that's something the audience might want to know. What is our price range? Why should people check us out? And it's between $145 and $270 for 17.4 stainless steel with an RMR cut. And that depends on what you're going to get, which strip slide model you want, Or do you want a complete that comes with the barrel, the sights, the parts kit? But, you know, compared to some competitors, it's certainly more affordable for the same steel and an RMR cut. Ghost Day. There's a local guy they call Jello who makes gun lube that looks like Slurpees and sriracha sauce. What the heck? This is why people keep asking if it's edible. Our turnaround time is also 1 to 2 weeks. Whereas I know some others are saying things like 4 weeks to 6 weeks to 8 weeks. But, you know, if I'm looking at some competitors in the same Gen 3 category that have similar features to ours, they want 400 to 450 for similar features to what we have here on the Zoom for just a base color without stenciling like we have here with this lightning stencil. But this is 145 with us as a base slide. 17.4 stainless steel with an optic cut. I'm looking at other options from competitors that are selling something similar to this, you know, just different design features, but still similar. And they want 400 to 450. And, you know, I'm not saying like, you know, you get what you pay for, you know, our stuff's cheap. It's just, I don't see why something that's base model should be 400. It just doesn't make sense to us. Hey, Ethan, what's going on? Can you color match for customs? Kinda. Oh, chat disconnected. What happened here? Oh, looks like we just had a bit of lag. Can you color match for customs? Kind of. So all of the color names that we have on our website, for example, this is graphite black, this is Arctic white, this is habanero red, and even the camo, it lists all the colors that we use, and the colors that we use are through Cerakote. So we don't change the name of anything, and so you can color match based on those. And we even include the Cerakote color code as well. So, you know, if you go to the website and you look at, like, say, bright purple is an H series Cerakote. If you look at the SKU, you can see the H series, and it's H series 217. So that'll help you color match. There was a time where we did have to alter the name slightly, but we still used the same H code. And the reason for that was we were selling on eBay, and eBay does not like certain words. So, for example, we had sniper gray. We were not allowed to use the word sniper. So we had to call it gunmetal gray. Which, you know, again, they were okay with gunmetal, but they weren't okay with sniper. We used to have one that was bazooka pink. We had to call it bubblegum pink because we couldn't get past eBay's strict rules on certain words. But on our own website, everything is labeled as it should be. There we are. Well, if we go over and pop over to, I don't know, Hunter Orange. Hunter Orange is the actual name of the color, and the Cerakote color code is H128. And that's on the description in there. So it makes it easier for the customer to color match certain things. And we like it that way. We don't want to, I know some other companies have changed it up. They're like, oh, I don't like that name. I'm going to change it to this. It's like, well, whether we like the name or not, we want the customer to be able to find the color that they're looking at so they can color match things. Or there is a bunch of different flat dark earths out there. So our flat dark earth is H267. That way you can match it. And it's on there. If you go on there, you can see H267. Okay, you have a commemorative Glock 43 in gold yellow, but it has a plain black slide. Okay. Is it like a matte gold or is it a metallic gold? Because our gold is H series, I want to say it's 122. Yep, 122. H series 122. Okay, ours is a bit more metallic, so it has a shimmer to it. It's like speckly metallic flake. So like here is a link to the gold that we use, for example. Though the images they use are freaking horrendous. I need to try and see if Cerakote will let us upload images of our slides. Because they have gun images and stuff on Cerakote's website of what their Cerakote looks like on some products. Some of the images that have been uploaded are just not great. I'm Zaxxon. Hey, welcome. Welcome to our morning live. Doing a bit of chatting about gun slides that we make here. Cerakote colors. Feel free to ask whatever questions you like. Testing out some Siley optics lately. Got those sent to us by Siley to test out on our slides. The Wolf X Pro works just fine. Still need to open the EDG. Yes, we do. Got our own Cerakote paint booth set up. This is our fourth one. We've knocked it down a few times and built new ones just to improve on it. But yep, we do all of our own Cerakote in-house. We don't pay anybody else to do it. We don't do Cerakote work for aftermarket stuff. third-party stuff, but we do it on our own products. We might do that in the future, where we start doing Cerakote work for other people, but we're not set up for it right now. And right now we make the Generation 3 Glock 19 and 17 style slides. And we're currently working on the 26 and the 43. Yeah, and there's always the off chance that, the customer doesn't like the work. Because no matter how many images you show, stuff looks different in different lighting. And, like, for example, here we have Habanero Red. It is a red Cerakote that has some metallic flake in it. So you can kind of see it a little bit with the light, where it's not quite matte. And even then, as I'm showing it on the camera, it's not quite the same as like looking at it with your own eyes. So they ordered Habanero Red, and then they told us, hey, I don't like the color. Can I return it, and can I get USMC Red, which is another red we have? And we were like, well, yeah, okay, sure, as long as you haven't shot it or, assembled anything. If you return it, we can still use it. There we go. Yeah, and see, with this lighting and with the camera, it looks kind of orange, right? But it's actually red. And we do have an orange. It's called Hunter Orange on the website. What do I think of 3D printing a plastic slide? I mean, you could. I guess you could do it as like a concept piece, but it wouldn't function. I mean, it'd have a catastrophic failure if you actually did try to use it. Hey, shoot with purpose. Yeah, we have FDE. Specifically, it's Glock FDE H series Cerakote. A 22 might work. Be interesting. But if you mean shoot with purpose, if you mean like, do we do Cerakote services? No, we don't. Not yet. Something we might offer in the future. I've seen a guy with a plastic slide, pretty neat personally. I mean, it might work with a 22. I just wouldn't really trust it. Definitely not with anything larger. And these are all 17.4 stainless steel here. Here's a bar of the steel we use. It's milled down. Big old bar. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Actually, I will do a quick little magic trick and show you a build. I will have to pause the stream for about a second. There we go. Yeah, I think it works out great with the PSA tan frame. I'd show it off with some of the others, but all the other frames are at the shop right now. They get used regularly in testing. And magic trick. Oh, hey, look, I did that faster than the director of the ATF. Oh my god. I joke, he was having issues with the switch, but it's still funny. But what I can do, because this has a parts kit in it, is I can pop that out and that out. And I hope none of you are in California. You guys are about to have a whole host of issues getting Glocks if those two laws pass. Not to mention getting background checks on barrels, of all things. On these. Background checks on these. Seriously something wrong with that state. Oh yeah, definitely. It's wild. But we're in Arizona, so we're good. And that's how a white one looks on a tan frame. Not bad at all. There we are. Do a quick little refresh. Hey, we're on 827 on the subs. Greatly appreciated. Once we hit 1K, we're going to do a slide giveaway. Probably give away one of our Viper slides, like that one. Some lucky American will get one of our slides. And then they can say they have a Stiffmeister build. And if you get that joke, congratulations, we're all getting old. And if any of you are part of any gun tubing channels. Oh, I'm Zaxxon. Yep. We were branching out into SIG prior to all of the BS. We had drawn up plans, we had created a 3D model, and then prior to the ICE memo, we were already looking at not doing it. And then once the ICE memo happened, we completely cut all plans to make what was going to be the Stiffler Manufacturing 320. And so, yeah, we were planning on expanding outside of Glock. But in the meantime, following that, we're just looking to go into the 26 and the 43. And then from where we go there, I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how the market is. We'll have to see what our distributors want. I mean, why are we doing a 26? Because Glock Store came out with the 26X, and 26 popularity is shooting through the roof, and distributors and vendors are asking for 26 slides. So when they're willing to pay for several hundred slides, it's, well, you don't really turn that down. And we make a few hundred slides a week. So, yep, you definitely don't turn that down. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, if any of you are gun tubers yourselves, or you are with some sort of 2A business in the industry, and you want to collaborate with us, that is potentially possible. Or if you want to see maybe your patch on our little patchy wall, which I will have to make a bigger one, because besides all the Army patches on there, we've only got one company plus ours, and some military stuff. So, you know, feel free to send a patch out to us. We'll put it on the patch wall. It'll show up in some of our lives. If you want to collaborate, consider reaching out to us, and you might get to test one of our slides, do some videos with it. Potentially. We don't approve every request for a collab, but it is an option. We've also got our slide swap program, where if you have a slide that you don't like, or maybe you have a Glock slide from, you know, it's OEM that you don't use anymore, you're done with it, you might be able to swap it for one of ours. Oh, right on. Those are pretty cool. Gold prospecting, mine exploring, metal detecting, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, fair enough. A lot of our content's just about our slides. We want to do some range stuff once the weather cools down. But like yesterday was 115 degrees. So it's a little hot here. We could go to indoor ranges, and we do, but they don't let you record. People in the past screwed things up, and they just made it difficult. Now we all got to deal with it. Yep, in Arizona. It's going to be 110 plus all this week. And people in Britain like to say, oh, it's hotter over here. You don't know shit. Hottest I've ever experienced was 131. But that was the Middle East. That's some wildness. Of course, Arizona will get 120. Oh yeah, 105? Yeah, I'd take 105. And some people are like, how can you say it's nice, cool weather in the 90s? And I'm like, because it's 100 plus here all the time. Well, at least in summer anyway. It'll cool down in the winter. Yep, working at 125. That's some brutal heat. So it's like, yeah, we could go out to the range, but I mean, it's already in the 90s now. And it's not even 6:30 yet. Let's see, what are we looking at today? Excessive heat warning. Yeah, I know, I'm tracking. And that's not to mention what the ground heat's at either. So, you know, it might say, oh, excuse me. It might say, you know, 110, but the ground heat's going to be like 130. I ain't answering any of your crazy robot questions, CIA. Pocket sand. But welcome to the channel. Hope you have fun. I'm almost done with my tea. That's sad. Eric the Great. There is only room for one woman's attitude per house and a housing crisis. Our woman works in the machine shop, so she's everywhere. She's in every room. Actually, women are very good at detailed work on working on slides. Very good for quality control work. Very good at deburring. Men can do it too. Women just seem to pick it up faster. The attention to detail, the detailing work, the deburring. They just seem to pick it up faster than the guys do. $100 in Arizona and 100 somewhere like St. Louis is totally different. Oh, yeah, screw humidity. There's a reason I'm here and not other places. That, and I can't live in the South because the food's too good. I'm already a big man. I don't need to be another 200 pounds heavier than I am now. Like, damn, Southern food is good. So, screw that and screw humidity. That's still healing. So that's actually a good point. We don't sell raw slides to individuals for a couple of reasons, but one reason is you'll get nicked. Can't photo. This is mostly healed, but when I got it, it bled like crazy and it was all raw. And imagine like little cut lines going down. It's because of the rear grip serrations rack, and it got me. We will sell raw slides to businesses that do aftermarket work, like they do polishing, their own Cerakote work, laser engraving, hand engraving, stuff like that. We just don't sell them individually. Because all it's going to take is one idiot to cut himself and say it's our fault, you know? Miguel, how's it going, man? Welcome to our channel. They range from 145 to 270, depending on if you're doing a strip slide, complete slide, which model, which color, which style. And you can see them all on our website, stifflermanufacturing.com. I've got the link pinned as well as in the description. We are a registered tax-paying business in the state of Arizona. I don't know, I think that's a pretty good price range. You know, something like the Zoom bare bones is, 145, and I'm seeing competitors do the same kind of slide for like 400. And that's just what the heck? Arizona could have had oceanfront property if they had only had the foresight to move the map line a little bit more with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. We could have shared some beachfront with Baja California. Don J, what's going on, man? They just did not have the foresight that Arizona could have had beachfront property. Would have been amazing. And then I'd never have to visit California again. I mean, I'm not planning to visit California ever again. They're anti my business really hard. So I don't really want to give them any of my money. How you doing, Don J? Talking about slides today. I just got done packaging some slides up earlier that are sending out to Arizona, Texas, Florida, Washington. Oh, I missed Punk 19. With all that good shit, and we still have to stay with plastic hand grip. Yeah, I mean, we could maybe do a metal frame someday, but then we're talking about getting potentially into FFL territory. And I don't know if we want to do that. SD, like South Dakota? Yeah, I shipped all 50 states. And some of the territories. Puerto Rico, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, Northern Mariana Islands, and all 50 states. Yep, slides are not restricted by any law. Well, not any federal law. There are some rules that once you build it, like in, say, California or New Jersey or Illinois, that you have to have it serialized. So, be aware of your local laws so that you don't get hemmed up. I mean, we expressly state that, too. Michigan's trying to pass a law. It hasn't had any movement since December, so I'm just kind of hoping it dies. But they're trying to pass a law that says you can't have guns that are certain colors. So, like our habanero red slide here, our Arctic white slide here, or this stenciling work here with the lightning slide would be illegal. A blue slide, a purple slide, a gold slide, they'd all be illegal because they're different colors than what they consider normal, which, camo would be fine, stainless would be fine, black, green, dark green. It's got to be like forest green. Desert tan, flat dark earth, those would all be fine. Tactical colors, basically. But anything that they consider flashy or flamboyant or stylish, they would make illegal if that law were to pass. Oh, California has color restrictions too? Son of a bitch. See, Don J, if these pass, man, we're probably just not going to sell to California anymore. That's what's getting debated in our shop right now. California kids' school forms ask if you own guns that put your kids on an at-risk list. Holy crap, that state is just communism. I don't know, man. I like Eastern Front green, and we do end up selling orange right around hunting time. People buy some orange slides. Yeah, I didn't know there were color restrictions set up. I know Michigan's proposed a law for it, but it hasn't had movement in months. Don, you're just gonna have to get out of California, buddy. Oh, so it puts your kids on the suspect list? That's so screwed up. I try to cuss less, but sometimes the army comes out of me and I just start cussing. Uh, man, that's California. I mean, I like landscapes everywhere in this country. I've been to most of the states. Oh, I have a phone call coming in. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. Got a work-related phone call. That happens sometimes when I'm doing a live. Okay, let's see what comments I missed. All right, so yep, people suck. I love the landscapes of this country. I've been to most of the states. At least 2/3 of the country I've been to. Probably more than that. Uh, oh yeah, California's fixed magazine thing. There you go. Yeah, you gotta love the desert. Yep, just getting reached out to. This is going to be a good, busy morning. All right. Digging it a lot. There we go. Sorry, feel free to keep commenting and asking questions. It looks like I'm getting another phone call set up. That just sometimes happens. Gotta help the customer. Okay, terribly sorry about that, guys. But hey, I just sold 10 slides, so. Oh my goodness, another one. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. That was a quick one. All right. Sorry, that sometimes happens, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Gotta love just getting phone calls in the middle of the live stream, but it does happen, even this early in the morning. Some people are on the other end of the country, it's 3 hours ahead, so you get phone calls. Heck, sometimes we get phone calls at 3 a.m. our time because it's 6 a.m. their time, and I think they forget that we're in Arizona. Oh, let's see. What did I miss? What did I miss? Praying hard that those. Yep, those bills get tossed out. Yep, 1127 and 704. I hope they both get tossed out. They're horrible bills. They will affect us as a business. They will negatively impact California's 2A community. Yeah, it's awful. Do we do Eric's 01 slides? Not familiar with that slide. We do our own slides, Stiffler Manufacturing. Let's see, Eric's 01. Is this a tactical Rex 01? Interesting. It's an interesting slide design. Huh. But no, Trucker, we do our own slides. We mill out these bars of 17.4 stainless steel, and we turn them into slides like what you see here. Yep, got to protect your 2.8 rights in each state. Shrunken mag capacities are annoying. If manufacturers won't make a 10-round mag, I just plain can't get the gun. Yeah. Though a lot of them get around that just by adding a block to the mag and making it harder to open. Well, with FRTs and switches and binary triggers and G-Flex and all that stuff, most people do it as a range toy, and most people don't put in the work and effort it takes to control and sustain that rate of fire in any kind of meaningful capacity. A lot of people are just get them for fun. And then when they go to actually use it in a situation, it's just kind of spray and pray. And as a guy who used to be a machine gunner, I can tell you it requires training. You need to put the work in. Can you not get PSA daggers in California? I mean, they're serialized. Should just be an FFL transfer, but I don't know all of California's craziness. And look at that, California, just right next to the Pacific. With all them boats. And then you're next to Arizona, that's just, constitutional carry. Gotta love Arizona. Then all those people in Needles, California, who just like hop on over. Oh, PSA is on the bad list for you guys. Okay, that is unfortunate. Only Glock styles you can get is OEM and Shadow systems, as well as the 80% frames back before they got banned. Well, thankfully we sell Gen 3 slides. We will do Gen 5s eventually. Well, I don't know how a bigger recoil spring assembly somehow makes Glock more dangerous for Californians. So, that's just some straight up stupidity. That I don't know, Don. I've never had to deal with any of that because I'm in an awesome state, so I'm just not familiar. I guess you could become a police officer or join the military. Which honestly, when they give the military exemption, it pisses me off because I was military. That doesn't make me better than anybody. Everybody should have the same rights. Just ludicrous. Sounds like you got to be a friend of a cop. Opens 1 hour per week, sells 4 guns a year. uh, that's awesome. There we go. Yeah, good few cop buddies, I guess. Seems to be the only way. I mean, technically, you can start an LLC, and it doesn't have to make a profit. You just have to report stuff each year. Ah, I see. That's dumb. I mean, I guess I get it, but also kind of dumb. So you got to sell some stuff each year. Oh yeah, for the FFL. LLCs, yeah, they don't care. That's where, yeah, we're not an FFL, we're an LLC, so we don't have to make a profit. We need to make a profit, but we don't have to. I potentially might be getting a slide swap with a 43. That'll be helpful. Yeah, it'll be an OEM 43. If everything goes right. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Hey, FE Ordnance, what's going on, man? Doing pretty good there for a minute. Unfortunately, I had several work phone calls, kind of killed the live. But that happens sometimes. You got to take care of the work phone calls. There we go. Break time, right on. Depending on level, I think level 3s can get full autos for display. For display? What the heck? Arizona needs to annex us. I mean, I would like some beachfront property. We could call you West Arizona. Yeah, we are getting a bunch of Californian transplants here that are making things worse. They ruined their own state, and they moved to other states with the same politics. It is super unfortunate, but it is what we're dealing with. Just super unfortunate. We are going to make a desert camo, too. That came through, so we are going to make a desert camo. in addition to the other camos that we're doing. Let's see if I can revise that to... Oh yeah, definitely. It'd look amazing. Do I even have any of those left? Maybe. Wait a minute. I need to go check something. Okay, let's take a look here. Unopened, right. Take a look at orders. Unopened, unopened. Okay. Scheiße. Okay, guys, I think I got to end it. I got to head off to the post office and get these sent out. Thank you for staying as long as you did, checking out the live. Looks like I got some more work stuff coming up, so it's just going to keep interrupting the stream. But thanks for popping in, and as always, stay 2A every day.